Hey guys, welcome back to another vlog. You can probably tell my voice is still a bit messed up, and that's because my cold is not fully gone. Obviously I had it in last week's video, and it hindered me in terms of my editing and stuff because you know, I wanted to go to bed because I normally edit late, so sorry about that video. It wasn't the best. The views weren't the best either, but you know, this is a separate video. This is a new week. I'm feeling better a bit. So yeah, FA Cup day, and as you can see I've gone with a retro braces top. Yeah, FA Cup day, Maidstone away. It's a ground I haven't been to despite us playing them twice away in the league. One of the very few I haven't been to out of this division since we've been here, so it'll be nice to tick another ground off the list. And I do, to be fair, I do want a good cup run. You know, I do want to concentrate on the league and all that, but you know, it would be nice to maybe get to the first, second round, or get someone like Sunderland away in the first round. And I want to be in that draw on Monday night, I think it is, because it's fun, isn't it, being in the draw, you know, the anticipation of who you might get. You know, Sunderland are in this draw, you know, Portsmouth, Barnsley, teams like that. That'd be a nice little away day. But yeah, this is going to be tough. You know, you can't necessarily say that we're going to easily beat them because of our league position and their league position, because at the end of the day, this ain't the league. You know, this don't matter. This is a chance for Maidstone to, you know, play without the pressure of playing in the league. You know, so it could do them many favours, and it can turn the team's season around in the FA Cup, because you know, you can play freely without the pressure. You can take it going forward into the next league game. So I think this is going to be tough. When we played them earlier in the season, we won 2-1 away here. They do have a plastic pitch, which is something that, you know, I'm not a fan of, but it is what it is. It keeps the club financially afloat in their position. So, you know, and it's sort of like every man for themselves in a way, and you know, they don't care what other people think of their pitch. It's doing them well financially, and that's all that matters to them. But you know, that is going to affect us a little bit. I think we've always been better playing on grass. I think when you're not used to playing on a plastic pitch, you'll always be better playing on grass. Although we have won on 2 plastic pitches this season, including their pitch and Harrogate, so it doesn't necessarily mean much, but you know, it's still a bit annoying. Atmosphere-wise, I think it'll be okay. I think, you know, we were allocated 600 tickets, and because it's an FA Cup fixture, if we sold out, they had to give us more. It is an all-ticket game. I don't think we did sell out, so I think there'll be near around 600 Orient fans here. But a lot of people don't seem to be too hyped about an FA Cup 4th qualifying round. But you know, it is what it is, and it's still an away day watching Orient, so that's what matters really, isn't it? Team news: I think we have a full squad. I think even Kobe might be back to training and to fitness. So I wouldn't put it out the window of him starting. But do I think Edinburgh will put a weakened team out? I don't think there'll be many changes, if any. I personally would put Sargent in over Brill. You know, backup goalkeepers, they don't get chances that often, like, you know, squad players might have a few games up to now. They have none. He's been sitting on the bench for a couple of months. I'd give him a go. I'd give Gorman a start, see what he's about. I'd keep the core of the team really the same. So maybe them two, and that's about it. But let's head down to Maidstone, up the O's.
The shot. Oh! Unlucky. Second cross. Oh! Hey! Come on. Oh, nice ball. Oh! Come on, Oath. No, clinical enough, really.
Time 0-0, fairly even game. We probably did edge it. A few chances for us, not many for them, but second half I think we need a little bit more. Clearly, I'd maybe bring on Coroma or Larby for Harold, because I keep trying to look for that ball in behind it, and Harold's not got the pace to do it, but could be worse. So I'll take 0-0 off. It's kicked off. Another corner. Come on, boy! Getting on top here, we had a good chance early on. Another corner here for us. Come on. 1-0 Maidstone. Target on the break. Come on, Coroma coming on for Lawless. Obviously a bit more attacking than what we need. Stony penny for his literally pushed over in the box. I don't know how it's not been given. Come on, have an action card. Oh, come on, the long balls ain't working. Aaron off and Larby on, probably another good sub. Happy. As they again going for it a bit more, trying to get something from it. And Marvin can set out that court now. Probably no coming back from this now. Not many times that protected that ball, and there he was. This is awful. This is like watching the older end. Last season, this is the worst performance by far of this season. Good shot. Game over. Not enough time. So as you can see, I'm back from the game. Yeah, annoyed really. But let's get talking about the game and what happened and what went down. But you know, to start off, we made 6 changes. I did think we would make changes today, but maybe 6 was probably a bit too much. A lot of people, I know a lot of Orient fans saying, you know, oh, let's just concentrate on the league, but I agree. I do want to concentrate on the league. I think that is important, you know, especially as, you know, the main goal is just to get out of this division. But it, you know, it is frustrating because I do want to have a good cup run. And I think most football fans in the lower leagues would like a nice cup run. You know, the potential of getting into that next round and, you know, drawing a team like Sunderland away was there if we'd have won today. And I think this is how I interpreted it. You know, I didn't think they were the better footballing side. I thought they were the more clinical side, and evidently so. We had a few chances and we just didn't take them. But footballing wise, we were probably the better side, even though we didn't play well ourselves. It was quite a poor game, standard wise. Their pitch, obviously, it's the first time I've been to Maidstone. We have won there twice before, but for me, I thought their pitch was horrendous. One of the worst 4G pitches I've seen. But you know, there's no point making excuses. We lost at the end of the day. I wouldn't necessarily say to the better side, but to the side that took their chances. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame really to go out. I would have liked to have had a good cup run and get into the next few rounds, but you know, we just got to concentrate on the league. You know, we obviously will be in the FA Trophy, but for me, I don't really care about that. That's just that don't mean anything for us this year. Obviously, I'm not going to talk about that too much because you know that isn't. I don't think that's particularly anytime soon. Yeah, first half, I think we controlled the game for large parts of it. Started off quite brightly. Probably should have been a goal up at half time. Should have been in the lead, but I think we overcomplicated it, and we tried to be too clever and too good, and something that we're not. You know, when we play football on the ground, and you know, we were getting into some good areas, and we were just doing some little fancy flicks in the final third. When I think there was one occasion where Alex Lawless just done like a 360 spin and tried to backheel it into the path of someone else, even though he was just on the edge of the box and had no one around him. Could have, you know, maybe taken a touch and had a dig, but he went for a stupid flick, and I think that summed us up today, especially in the first half. We just tried to be too clever and tried to be something we're not. You know, of course, going out of the FA Cup as well means we don't have a game on the 10th, so that's, you know, a week off without watching Orient, which is not great, because what I look forward to at the end of the week. But yeah, 0-0 half time wasn't too bad, because I had optimism going into the second half that we might actually kick on, because we've tended to done that in the second half. We're more of a second half side, but you know, in the second half they came out and well, I wouldn't say they were the better side, but they gave a better game than the first half. You know, they gave a better account of themselves and had more of a go. Second half was quite an even game. Again, I feel we probably did edge it. You know, they hit us on 2 counter attacks really. Well, one of them was second goal was due to Marvin Ekpater losing the ball, and I feel a little bit sorry for him, because you know, he's Mr. Consistent, and he's been brilliant up till now. And for him to lose the ball like that, it's never happened really, and it shot his confidence. And you know, we don't need that, because he's a good player, and I think you can just accept that. You know, he's been magnificent. You know, just accept it and move on. And their first goal was just Blair Turgott literally just went from the halfway line on his own. Absolutely roasted Ling, and that's the thing about Ling. I think he goes forward far too much, and he always gets exposed, which is why Judge should be the #1 right back, and is why he has been in the league, because he just head and shoulders better than Ling really. And I think Ling could have done a tactical foul and took one for the team, and just taken Turgott out on the halfway line, because he's always going to beat him for pace, which he did, and he ended up scoring, and a good goal as well. But yeah, it's 2-0, the game was over, and we did try and have a bit of a go and try and get, you know, a goal to try and spark a bit of life. It just didn't happen. We didn't play well. 6 changes was probably too much. I think just playing 3 at the back, and I don't know whether we were playing 3 or 5, because we were playing with wing backs. So if it was 5, it was 2 defensive. If it was 3, it was maybe 2 attacking. So I think the formation and the tactics were a bit wrong today. But you know, you just got to accept it and move on, concentrate on the league, and you know, fair play to Maidstone. Enjoy your next round in the cup, and hopefully you can go on and have a decent little run. But yeah, for us it's disappointing for the first time in our history not to reach the first round, but it is what it is. Please like, comment and subscribe. I'll see you next week at home to Haven and Waterlooville. Keep the faith, up the O's.